The biggest thing to remember about accurately shooting a handgun is to remember you don't aim a handgun. Learning to shoot a handgun accurately may not require as much training as you might think. It does require techniques that you need to learn and practice. The federal practical pistol course involves shooting 60 rounds in a course of fire that involves various yardages, various stances, and reloading drills. In order to shoot this course with a good score, you have to know these basics I'm about to tell you. In order to score a perfect score or be a distinguished expert in this course, you will need to practice these basics I'm about to tell you. These basics are very simple. First is sight alignment. You want to make sure your front sight is placed at an equal distance between the post on the rear sight. You want to make sure that the front sight is completely level with the rear sight on the top. Next is probably the most important aspect of firing a handgun accurately. Focus on the front sight and place the front sight over your target. You will naturally go to center mass of the target. Then, this is the most important part, as you squeeze the trigger, keep your sight alignment perfect, and then squeeze the trigger. Let the gun go off while you maintain your sight alignment, and then let the gun recoil to you. There is no need for you to anticipate the recoil and try to help the gun do that. This causes a flinch and will make you miss your target because you did not maintain your sight picture. Aim a handgun. You focus on the front sight. You make sure the front sight is equidistant between the edges of the rear sight. And while focusing on the front sight, put that over the target intended. You will naturally seek the center mass of that target. It's a tried and true method. All it takes is practice. One of the best ways to practice, believe it or not, is to dry fire. When you dry fire your weapon, you teach yourself not to flinch. You must follow through. When you follow through with your sight picture that I just described until after the trigger is squeezed, the recoil actually comes after the bullet has left the barrel. You don't need to recoil for the gun, it'll recoil for you. But a lot of people will actually anticipate the recoil and flinch. By dry firing, you actually learn to hold that sight picture until after the trigger is pulled. Doing that repeatedly builds muscle memory. Another way to check to see if you have flinched is to work with a partner. The partner actually loads a gun for you with less than the number of rounds the gun holds. This can be done best on a revolver, of course. I learned to shoot on a revolver. I'm from the old days, back when the police agency carried .38 Specials and .357 Magnums in a revolver form. Now, a lot of people nowadays look down on revolvers, but I believe a revolver can actually teach you how to hold that sight picture better than a semi-automatic for this reason. With a revolver, you can work with a partner. Say your revolver holds 6 rounds. You put 6 rounds in the chamber. You don't know if you're flinching, but you can tell your results when you look at the target whether or not you're flinching. If you're flinching, this partner can put 2, 3, 4 rounds in a revolver, and you don't know which rounds are dead with no ammunition in the chamber and which are live when you pull the trigger. This will quickly tell you if you're flinching, because you maintain the sight picture and the hammer falls, the gun doesn't fire, and you still have maintained sight picture. If you pull the trigger on a dead chamber and the barrel moves and you don't maintain sight picture, this tells you you're flinching. So practice dry firing and maintaining your sight picture even if you don't have a partner, and you can do this really well with a revolver over and over and over, and it will help you become a better shot. It is a fact. This was taught to me at the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, and it was taught to me at Southwestern Technical Community College when I went through a seasonal program for law enforcement there. So what I would do if I was going to dry fire this Ruger is open up the cylinder. You can see it's open, and I put my fingers. Now this one holds 5 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've circled it all around, and then even for an added thing, I turn it upside down and hit the ejector rod. There's nothing in this. Immediately, I close it. I point it in a safe direction. I aim, and I squeeze the trigger. Maintain that sight picture all the way through the squeeze of the trigger, and you will become a better shot. No matter the revolver you shoot, it's the same. The sight picture and getting used to the particular trigger pull are key in learning to shoot that revolver well. One other revolver I enjoy shooting is my .44 Magnum. Now this is a lot more difficult to control as far as the weight of it and that sort of thing, so you have to practice with it. But you still can dry fire it and learn to get the sight picture. You can see here I'm hitting the ejection rod. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've made sure it's empty, and so I close it, and then I put it in a safe direction. I get my sight picture, and then I follow through. See. It's a lot more difficult to hold this steady, but you can learn to do that to where when you squeeze that trigger, you know when it happens, you'll be ready for it. You squeeze it, you let the gun fire, you let the gun recoil to you, and you hold your sight picture. And if you will do that, I promise you, even if you're shooting a .44 Magnum, you'll become a good shot.